and I wanted to present a study about neuromotor performance and imitation abilities in autism spectrum disorders and ADHD, attention deficit and hyperactivity disorders. The objective of this study was that neuromotor deficits have been often reported in the literature in ASD, as well as some works speaks also about problems in ADHD. Not very consistent, but there is something. And our main question was, are ADHD and ASD separable from each other and from typically developing children by specific neuromotor profiles? What are differences between the two groups with developmental disorders? The second question is about the core deficit of imitation abilities that has been postulated for ASD, and our specific question was, are imitation deficits specific for ASD or can be also found in ADHD? And the third question was about a correlation between imitation and neuromotor performance. So these are the sample characteristics. We have had all children males, and they were well matched for age, and we could our best also for IQ. All the children with ASD were all high functioning. So as for the results, let's get to the first question. Are there specific neuromotor profiles? And we applied measures from the Zurich Neuromotor Assessment, which was developed in Switzerland. And you see that similar patterns of deficits could be found in ADHD and ASD in pure motor performance, that is, the abilities of performing rapid, alternating and repetitive movements with hands, foot and fingers, in the diadochokinesis, and also in the quality of movements measured by associative movements. But there was a dissociation in dynamic balance where ASD subjects performed worse than both other groups, and in static balance there was a slightly worse performance in ADHD. So, as for imitation deficits, we applied a facial apraxia test and no meaningful hand, finger, and a finger gestures test beyond any social context, and we found very specific deficits of motor imitation only in ASD subjects. So the third question, do imitation abilities correlate with the different measures of neuromotor performance? We could find a correlation between a pure motor performance and lower facial movement, finger gestures, but when we looked within groups, this correlation was higher and significant only for the ASD subjects. So our conclusions, the results support previous findings of impaired neuromotor performance, both in ADHD and ASD, and underlines the importance of defining this kind of deficits in these groups of subjects. However, there is a dissociation either in neuromotor performance between ASD, and also in imitation performance. Only children with ASD exhibit striking deficits of motor learning, maybe motor learning. These are the tasks of dynamic balance and in imitation abilities. And only in this group, neuromotor performance correlates strongly with imitation abilities. So we have to go further and look for the nature of the similar deficits on one side, and also the nature of this dissociation of motor learning imitation deficit only in this group of ASD as subjects with autism spectrum disorders, probably involving more processing, mirror neurons, or more network in the brain. Thank you very much.
Thank you.